Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have a question about sharing like God's word without like force. Like, I feel like a lot of times when people share their religion, they force down someone's throat. So like, how would you share like Christianity with an atheist that doesn't want to hear about it?
Well, that doesn't want to hear about it, that's the problem. Here's a question I ask anybody who's not a Christian, especially if we've been going back and forth a little bit, and I notice some resistance. And maybe this is a question, Faith, you can ask your friend too. The question is, if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? I've had atheists stand at that microphone in front of hundreds of people on a college campus. I asked that question, if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? And the atheist will say, no! Wait a minute. I thought you claimed to be reasonable. And yet, I ask you if something were true, would you believe it? You say no. How's that reasonable? How's that rational? It's not. The problem isn't here. The problem's here. They don't want it to be true. Now, there could be a number of reasons for this. But quite frequently, people don't want it to be true. They don't want there to be a God. Why? Because they want to be God. They want to be God of their own lives. They don't want anybody telling them what to do. And they think God's going to tell them what to do and get in the way of their fun. Well, if it's a choice between God and fun, guess who wins? Fun. In fact, those of you who are Christians in here, this is just for you. I want to ask you guys a question. Here's the question. I want you to think of somebody you know who's not a Christian whom you'd like to be a Christian. Everybody got somebody intellectually? Friend, relative, whoever it is. Okay, here's the question. Is the person you're thinking of right now on a relentless pursuit of truth? They want to know if Christianity is true. Or are they apathetic or maybe even hostile to the Christian message? How many people in here say the person I'm thinking of is on a relentless pursuit of truth? They want to know. Crickets. Nobody. I saw a half-hearted, half-hand over here. How many people say the person I'm thinking of is apathetic or hostile? Yeah, look around the room. It's the same everywhere. We were just in Nashville just a few months back, actually November of last year, with Robbie Zacharias. You guys know Robbie, right? Whatever Robbie writes, God reads. Anyway, gee, I didn't know that. Anyway, I asked the same question. It was audience over 1,000 people. One person said, yeah, relentless pursuit of truth. You see, most people are not on a truth quest, they're on a happiness quest. And they're just going to believe whatever they think is going to make them happy. So what you do is you ask them if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? If they hesitate or say no, you just pray for them, you just love them, and probably what's going to happen in the future, there's going to be an issue that's going to come up in that person's life. Could be a period of suffering or something that happens to them. Your phone is going to ring and that person's going to be on the other end. Because they're not going to call their atheist buddy when things are down. What's the atheist going to say? Hey, this stuff just happens. There's no rhyme or reason to anything, right? They're going to call you a person of spiritual depth. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. They will call you.
Thank
you.
All
right?